Regan Slaymaker for International Boxing News. Now, the pleasure to be joined by 4-0 heavyweight prospect Boma Brown. Bomber, it's fight week, mate. How you feeling?
Yeah, good man. Looking forward to it, man. Can't wait to be honest with you. I just want to get in there.
Definitely, mate, as well. Obviously, I'm looking forward to being there on Saturday night. I mean, it's essentially an ERT card on a Saturday night. I mean, everyone but Peter and Joe fighting. I mean, how does it feel to be kind of performing on the big stage, but all performing together as well?
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's good. We've spoken about it before in the gym and that as well. So it's like for it now to be actually happening, it's just like it's good, man. We're all flying, all bouncing off each other, and we all just can't wait to get in there and fight.
Definitely as well. I mean, kind of for those who haven't seen you box Bomber as well, obviously you've signed to Frank Warren and Queensbury. I mean, how does it feel to be kind of performing on the big stage as well?
It's good, I'm looking forward to it because some of the shows that I've been on haven't been the biggest just yet. But this is a little bit different. You know what I mean? This is something new to add to the equation, and it's just sort of just a stepping stone on the way to where I want to go in the future. So I'm looking forward to it. Definitely.
Definitely. And for those who haven't seen you box before, mate, what can people expect when they get into the M&S Bank Arena on Saturday night?
Um, I want people to sort of see for themselves. You know what I mean? Um, I believe I'm a big puncher. I believe there's a lot of different things I can do in the ring. For somebody my size, I think there's a few things that people won't expect from me. So I'm looking forward to people just watching me and making up their mind for themselves.
Definitely as well. Obviously, kind of you train at the Everton Red Triangle, right? I've asked a lot of the guys. I had Lucas Biswana on yesterday, kind of obviously, but all of those guys are of the lower weight divisions, right? You're a heavyweight. I mean, obviously, what's for two questions? What's it like training at the Everton Red Triangle with Paul and Ant? But also, does your training differ? Obviously, where you are obviously a lot in the higher weight divisions as well.
It's good, it's good training with Paul and that. They're great coaches. They're good people as well. I've learned so much from them, and I've come on so much since I've joined the gym. And in terms of my training, not really to be fair. Like we all sort of just like bounce off each other. But for me, especially, um, it's been good for me because even though they're in the lower weight classes, there's a lot I can learn off of them. So I'm not just learning off of Paul and Ant. I'm also learning off the lads as well. So it's good. It's a lot to soak in, a lot to take in. At first, it was hard, but over time I've got better and better at it. So I'm enjoying it. That's all.
Definitely. Does it kind of obviously where they're at the lower weight divisions, obviously that's where kind of speed, obviously footwork, a lot of the things that we like watching from the lower weight classes. Is that what kind of helps you add it into your game as well?
That's all 100%, 100%. And that's sort of what's been developing in me since I've joined the gym. And that's what Paul and I have been working on with me in the gym, especially. So learning from them and looking at what they do and that's what's successful for them, has definitely helped my game as well.
Definitely Bomber as well. I mean, I was just going through your Instagram just ahead of this interview to try and get a few more kind of topic points as well. I've seen that you recently sparred, I mean, a certain Daniel Dubois, I mean, ahead of his
Yeah.
fight with Anthony Joshua. I
Yeah.
mean, first, what are those sparring sessions like with someone at the top of their game like Daniel Dubois?
It's good, like a few people have probably said in other interviews, he's an intense character as well. He's very much comes in the gym, wants to do his work and then leaves, you know what I mean? So it's good, to be in that environment, to be with somebody who was training for arguably the fight of his life, was good and it was good prep for me for my fight as well. You know what I mean? And it was enjoyable rounds, you know what I mean? It was good hard rounds. And we worked hard. We worked hard and I enjoyed it. Had a good time in there.
Definitely, mate. So, from obviously sharing the ring with him, did you kind of expect him to do, I mean, the demolition job, to put it politely, on Anthony Joshua a couple of Saturdays ago? Did you expect that performance from Daniel?
I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised that he done that to him. You know what I mean, I wasn't surprised at all because he's a handful, Daniel. He's a handful. Do you know what I mean? And if you let him get going, could be, could be, he could do exactly what he did to what he did to Joshua there is what he could do to anybody if you let him get going. You know what I mean? So yeah, he's a handful, and maybe from the outside looking in, people might not think that. They might look at him and think he's quite basic in some of the things that he does, but he's he's aggressive and he knows what he's good at, and he does it, and he does a lot of it. So that's hard for anybody to handle, and I think that might have just caught Joshua by surprise.
Definitely as well. I mean, it was a sensational performance as well on Saturday night. But back to kind of your career, Bomber, as well. I mean, every time I interview I've interviewed Nick, I think the most times out of anyone in the Everton Red Triangle. And every time in the interview not that I forget you, Bomber. I don't want to say it like that, but he always reminds me of you. Reminds me kind of there is this heavyweight in the gym. I mean, he's always like that, and he remembers your name. I mean, now he's world champion. I mean, how does it feel to? Do you kind of? I don't want to. Obviously, he's your mate, right? I don't want to say you look up to him, but kind of, how does it feel to kind of have a character like that, always kind of putting you on that pedestal that obviously you deserve as well to have a friend like that.
Yeah, he's a great guy. I mean, more importantly, he's a great guy. And the thing about Nick is that he's worked hard for it. I mean, like I've never seen anybody work as hard as he does. I mean, he's yeah, yeah. Some of the stuff he does in the gym, you just have to just shake your head and just think he's crazy. Do you know what I mean? But he's he's always put other people before him as well. So now that he's a world champion, that hasn't changed. I mean, some people sort of get a massive ego or like go a different way when they become a world champion. He's not gone that way. Do you know what I mean? He's still the same person he was before, and he's working harder now than he probably was working before. So it's good. And in terms of looking up to something like that, yeah, definitely. Because at the end of the day, like he's shown that through hard work and through listening to Paul and Ant, doing what they say to do in the gym and stuff like that, you can be a world champion. So that's what I look up to him. That's all.
Definitely as well. More to come from yourself as well, Bomber. I mean, what obviously everyone wants to win the world title, right, Bomber? But kind of what would you say your aspirations in the sport are to be? Is it to get to that pinnacle of the sport, that undisputed title level?
Yeah, man, I want all the belts. That's sort of my mindset. I think I wouldn't get into this game, this sport if it wasn't for that. It's a hard sport, do you know what I mean? And that's that's the ultimate goal. But for me, it's just to create a legacy for myself. Do you know what I mean? Like my kids to look back on and say that dad was a world champion would be phenomenal for me.
Definitely, and I'm sure they're already proud of you as well, mate. I mean, we've absolutely smashed through my questions. But my final one, we ask everyone who comes on the channel this: when all's said and done, what does boxing mean to you?
Everything, you know what I mean? It's giving me a way out. It's giving me things to look forward to. It's giving me a lot in life. I think um, if you strip it all back, forget everything else, I just love to fight. So for me to be paid for it, to have the opportunity now to showcase it on a big stage, um, it's great. Do you know what I mean? It could be doing a lot worse things. Do you know what I mean? It could be doing other things. So to have the opportunity to box and for your friends and your family and people to come and support you and watch you, um, it's great. And I can't wait to Saturday night.
Definitely, and neither can I as well. I look forward to watching you in the ring on Saturday night, Bomber. And thank you again for your time today, mate. And yes, catch up
No
Saturday.
problem. No problem. Yeah, man. Oh,
Perfect. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
cheers, man. Nice one for that.